Illustration of Eng, our BPM platform. Let us take an example of automating a patient registration process. A typical registration process on a high level should be able to provide following features: collecting data from patient or providing a self-help interface to the patient, assigning a unique identification number to the patient for all future correspondence, directing the patient to appropriate department based on his condition or need and service availability. Integrate with health information system to post and extract relevant information. This requirement can be further detailed as follows. Registration process of the patient can be done by hospital staff on behalf of the patient or by the patient himself. If it is done by the hospital staff, patient can coordinate by presence at the hospital or by telephone. Broadly, patient can be treated by outpatient department or inpatient department. In both the cases, if the patient is visiting hospital for the first time, a unique identification number should be allocated. In case of repeated visit, his old registration number should be retrieved and details should be modified as required. If it is the case of OPD, after patient pays the appointment fees, he should be redirected to appropriate doctor of specialty with consultation date and time. If it is the case of IPD, patient should be asked to fill appointment form with appropriate details and preference for type of bed. Based on this form and availability of facility, the bed and appointment should be allocated. These details should be shared with the patient through different medium such as email or SMS. All the required information should be exchanged with multiple health information system components of the hospital. Now for this requirement, let us see how solution can be built using Eng. Systems are automated using Eng with 3 simple steps. First, model the organization. Second, model the process. And third, model the interfaces. This shows how you model an organization in Eng. There are 4 aspects to modeling an organization as highlighted by the numbered blue color circle in the slide. First, create a role. In this case, roles are of a receptionist from hospital who would register on behalf of the patient and acquaintance of a patient. Second, define relationship hierarchy. Once roles are created, supervisor-subordinate relationship should be created. In this case, since patient is not part of the organization, those roles can be left unconnected, whereas there can be multiple levels of hierarchy for the receptionist itself, like supervisor for all the receptionists. Next, assign roles to users. Each individual user of the system, whether hospital staff or the customer, is referred using some unique identity and associated with a password. It can be created by the system administrator. In our example, patient is given a unique registration number which itself can be used as the username. While creating these users, a role is assigned to them. A user can be assigned multiple roles. Final. Define user characteristics by defining attributes. Once the users are assigned roles, they are associated with certain activities. For example, in our case, the receptionist can access the activity of allotting beds and appointments to the patient. This activity cannot be performed by the patient and their acquaintances. Moving on to the second step of modeling the process, Eng provides a platform to model the process very easily, which is similar to drawing a flowchart. Defining a process in a flowchart consists of 4 tasks. The first task is to define activities. A process is nothing but a set of activities performed in a predetermined fashion. These are represented with circle number 1. An activity in our case can be any of the following in our example. Filling registration form for new patients, informing the patients about appointment, etc. In case of IPD patients, activities are filling admission form, booking bed and scheduling appointment. In case of OPD patients, activities are payment of appointment fees, scheduling an appointment and assigning doctor. Other activities are pushing or pulling data from hospital's health information system. The platform has a menu on the left-hand side of the screen, highlighted in red box, which consists of items such as start, activity, decision box, etc., which are used to model the process. In this screenshot, an item called task is highlighted and represented by circle number 2. This item is clicked to create an activity and place it in the process flow. Second task is to assign roles to activities. Once you click an activity, a menu appears on the top of the modeler which is highlighted in red box. This menu is used to change the properties of an activity. An activity can be restricted to be performed by a user assigned to a role, as explained in the organization chart. In this slide, circle number 1 shows how roles are assigned to a particular activity. In this case, activity named appointment and booking bed can be assigned with any of the roles already created. Third task of a process is specify the rules. Rules defines how the activities are aligned and how the information flow happens. In the screenshot, circle number 1 represents a decision box. It is a rule that defines where the activity should be directed. In this case, if the admission is required, then patient belongs to IPD and is directed to fill the admission form. If the admission is not required, it means patient belongs to IPD and he is redirected to activity payment. Rules can be defined at 3 levels: for a process, for a task, and for a specific data item. The fourth task is specify process performance parameters as shown in the highlighted red box on top. These contain items which defines task performance parameters at a process level. For example, circle number 1 represents the options of giving rights to a particular role to either view or change the process. These 4 tasks complete the second step of modeling the process in building the solution on Eng. The third and last step in designing the solution is creating the interfaces. There are 2 types of interface that can be built for a process. They are human interface and system interface. Interface is the attribute of an activity and it defines what and who performs the activity. Let us now look into the human interface. When you double-click on a particular activity represented by rectangular box in a process map, it opens up a platform to design human interface as shown on the screen. The platform is called the designer. A designer is used to create forms with which a person can interact with the system. Forms is a set of fields which can be filled in various ways. Some of these ways are populating it from previous activity. A free text-based field where a person can enter some value, a drop-down from which he can choose, etc. While shown in screenshot, the menu on the top of the designer, highlighted in red box, is used to define form-level parameters. The menu of the left-hand side of the designer, highlighted in green box, consists of items which can be chosen for fields such as text item, formula item, drop-downs, etc. This screen shows a form built for one of our clients. The form can be logically differentiated based on business definition and are called panels. Each panel consists of certain items such as text item, checkbox, drop-downs, etc. Attributes of panel and items can be assigned with menu on the right-hand side, highlighted in red box. Second type of interface is with other systems. Interface with other systems can be done in various ways, such as using web services, file transfer, email, SMS, etc. This can be done with items on the menu on left-hand side bottom corner as highlighted in red box. However, web services will have to be customized based on the system with which we are integrating. The human interface built by developing forms in the designer can be made easily accessible to users using Portal. Eng provides easy to configure Portal platform. Activities that can be performed by a user can be placed in portal in the form of widgets. The portal is also defined based on roles so as to make only those roles visible for a user as per his rights. Portal is also embedded with features such as themes, layouts, etc. to make it user-friendly. This completes the illustration of building an end-to-end process using Eng. This shows the two key value propositions of Eng. First, how a system built gives a close-fit solution can be built very easily with Eng. Second, how we can automate or change a business process very quickly with short turnaround time, thus keeping it evergreen. This shows patient portal that we have built for one of our clients using Eng portal that consists of patient details and links to perform certain activities such as contact member, telephone survey, etc. by a particular role. The Eng also has the capability to generate artifacts for a process developed which can be used to design a mobile app using third-party applications like Kony or PhoneGap. This completes illustration of Eng. Thank you very much for your time. Please contact us at sales@bissell.com.